WrestleMania Saturday night. The show opens up with Rhea Ripley taking on Becky Lynch for the Women's World Championship. Of course, Rhea won the championship from Charlotte last year. Becky won the Elimination Chamber match back in February to get this opportunity. And oops, wrong button. And those ladies went out there and had them a match. It was not a bad match at all.
No.
For me, absolutely fantastic start to Mania.
Yes, facts. I will say this, like I've said before, and I'm gonna. So I was the only one who went for Rhea. Shocking. Like I was actually shocked that I was the only one that went for Rhea. Now, I don't think you heard me last night, Jaeger, when I told Dizzle the only reason I went for Rhea was because that whole Nia Jax, Becky, Liv Morgan beef.
You told me. Yeah.
Rhea was coming out to confront Becky because all of that was over with, and Liv stopped Rhea midway on the ramp and said, "I am going to take everything from you." And Rhea kind of looked at her like, "Girl, go home somewhere." And when that happened, I was like, "Rhea's not losing." Like Rhea's not losing
just because of that little Liv Morgan bit.
Just because of that, I was like, because like I told Dizzle, what could you take from Rhea if she lost the belt to Becky? Like if you're going to take quote unquote everything from her, what else can you take? Mm-hmm. And that's the reason why I was just like how Dizzle was so sure that Hangman prediction back in the day. I was sure I was going to go down in flames with Rhea as my pick. Like that was like if there was two matches I knew for sure. I knew Cody was going to win and I knew Rhea was going to win. Those were the only two matches that I could not have been swayed from. Any other match, maybe we could see, but I knew Cody was going to win. And I knew Rhea was going to win. And I found it even beautiful the way Rhea had to even win. Becky trying to go for the top rope manhandle slam. She reversed it. What the hell's the name of Rhea's special finisher called? Just forget
Riptide.
Riptide into the turnbuckle.
The Riptide into the belt. Yeah, into the buckle, and then
Riptide again. It was like, damn. Like she meant business.
As soon as I saw that second one go off, I was just like, shit.
Yeah. And one thing I will say about Rhea Ripley, it has been a while that we had a woman that is so just universally praised. I mean, we got Bianca, but the fact that Rhea is like so universally praised like that and such just this likable, lovable character. And once again, I'm not shading Bianca because Bianca is pretty much up there too. But it's the fact that Rhea is different because Rhea can collectively make the internet go to horny jail. Rhea can collectively make the internet just love her for just anything she does. And that is something special that they have. That's special to watch women in wrestling, especially now, because considering what the women had to do 20 years ago, roughly, to be in that position, Rhea is doing it based off of her character and her wrestling and not having to take off clothes and being in the most skimpiest of things. I mean, like I said, she made the internet go in horny jail when she gave Nia a stink face. Like,
the whole internet that she does.
The whole internet went in horny. Put it this way, the whole internet went in horny jail that Shayna Baszler was like, me next. Shayna Baszler was like, do the stink face to me now. And Nia stopped it, of course, but
internet. I would have thought that first horny jail sentence was because of the way that she originally rolled up Zelina Vega.
I mean, of course. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, her her riptide pins, yes, horny jail.
To add on to your point, I don't think I've seen a woman this dominant and so universally liked, and again, the straight sentence is to horny jail since China.
Damn near.
Like combining all three.
But even China had to go through a point where people didn't really fuck with her like that too, though.
That's true too.
And see, here's the thing: previous bookers of WWE. This is how you book. This is how you book a dominant female, not how you force feed us Charlotte. You see how you had Bianca had a long reign. You see how Rhea had a long. It didn't even feel like Rhea was champion since last year. It did not feel like it.
It didn't.
I was like, oh shit, she did win that belt and have not lost it since.
Yep.
You see me complaining? Absolutely not. Don't do that shit no more.
I agree. I mean, hell, even in the men's case, they gave Gunther the title for that long, and there was no complaints.
Oh, along with being champ for that long. Like, you had two very long reigns paralleling each other, along with Rhea and Bianca having their reigns at the same time that those were going on, and nobody's. You're right, Scoop. You are right.
Yeah. Because, like you said, it's booked correctly. It's not force fed. It makes sense. It made sense in all of it.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed the match. I'm waiting to see if Becky is gonna take some time off. We'll get to why potentially, but I want to see if Becky might take some time off and kind of take some time, go be a mom for a while, enjoy the book success, get a much needed vacation.
Her and Seth are both taking
both of them.
Because I understand there's the looming thing of their contract expiring this year. I highly doubt
they ain't going
Becky and Seth are going anywhere.
No.
Highly doubt.
Absolutely nowhere.
They're going to take a nice little vacation.
Should have thought about that as well, making my decision.
But I mean, we had
with Seth.
When we get to night 2, we all had a perfectly good reason to book it the way we thought.
Yeah.
Now, the next match was pure chaos in the right way and in the wrong way. We had, like I did on the preview show, I'm trying to round it off again. WWE 6-pack ladder match for the Undisputed Tag Team Championships. You had the champs, Judgment Day, Finn Balor, Damian Priest versus Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston of the New Day, Awesome Truth, The Miz, and R-Truth, A-Town Down Under, Austin Theory, Grayson Waller, New Catch Republic, Tyler Bate, Peter Dunne, and then DIY, Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa. Jesus Christ. Whew. Yes, chaos. This match. So anytime we ever see multi-person ladder matches, I always get a little nervous for the wrestlers. Always. Because it's like I really try to hurt themselves. We've
Injuries
had so
are
many
damn near bound to happen.
And I wouldn't be surprised if Grayson Waller was one of the ones who got hurt. So the rules of this match was perfectly explained by Michael Cole on Monday. The match does not end till both sets of titles were retrieved. The moment Michael Cole said that on Raw, I knew they were splitting the titles up. It was without a doubt. They were splitting the titles up. Now the beauty was choosing who, shout out to the New Day, was going to be the two champions. We all predicted the Awesome Truth. Jugs predicted A-Town Down Under. I predicted New Catch Republic. I think Dizzle predicted New Catch Republic, and Jaeger predicted DIY as the other champions. And yes, this was chaos. Midway in the match, Austin Theory pulled down the title. What was it, Theory or Waller? Whoever it was, they pulled down the title.
One of those two.
And Theory and Waller are the new tag champs of SmackDown. And then New Catch Republic promptly powerbombed Waller through a ladder, and he was seen no more of that match.
Yeah.
Gone for the rest of that match. And it was like, oh shit, I don't know if he got hurt. I don't know if it was supposed to meant to be that way, but he was gone for the rest of that match. And of course, they had fun spots because leave it up to R-Truth to think this was a tag match, a regular tag match. At one point, Miz was getting beat up by Judgment Day. Truth was on the corner wanting a hot tag. Miz gave him a hot tag, and boom, they get to fight. They get the fight, and it was like it even Truth hits the AA. He hits the 5-knuckle shuffle. 1, 2, 3, and it was like.
The fan reaction of counting, though.
Look, this provided us with this year's WrestleMania moment.
Easily.
With Truth.
That's cool with our Truth, but there's still better match. The titles are up there. And it was like it was about to give way. I think the ref was trying to warn Priest that, the ladder was a little messed up. The Priest was like, fuck that. I ain't losing my belts.
Yeah, that was such an awkward moment.
It was a very awkward moment. Very awkward.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
No, go ahead, Scoot.
So Miz and Priest fought off, blah, blah, blah. Things happened. They eventually swapped ladders. And then the match ended with Truth grabbing the belts. And it was funny because he was legitimately fiddling with the thing. And it was like, Truth, what you doing? Truth, what you doing? And eventually,
like, come on, bro.
Carabiner, it did. He eventually, boom, Awesome Truth are the Raw Tag Champs. Which was funny because they the ones who got the celebration, as if Theory and Waller did, get titles either.
Didn't also win. Yeah.
So it was funny that Awesome Truth had the whole celebration of everything. But yeah.
Could be some truth to him being injured then by that indicator. They didn't really zoom in on them or anything, did they?
Waller and Theory?
After the match or anything?
I don't remember. I think it literally
I don't remember either.
And it was Awesome Truth on the ladder celebrating.
Yeah, my my only gripe about this match, because the match was fantastic in my opinion. My only gripe is that there was no callback to R-Truth having a fear of ladders and heights.
Right.
And that was a perfect moment for Michael Cole to be like, he overcame, because the way he climbed ladders, like, because I was waiting. I was like, please just show that he's scared or do something. And they never did. And I was like, fuck, y'all missed it.
They could have got like a mini ladder, been like, yeah, this is good enough, and like trying to get it. Something. They
should have done something, but it's fine. I mean, either way, Truth got his dues. And I would actually love just at one point throughout Priest's reign that Truth gets a WWE Championship title match, even if it's on Raw or something.
Let him be a Money in the Bank winner. Let him get it out like that.
I don't know if they're gonna do that. I would love it, because it would be an absolute failed cash in for Truth.
I don't know. I don't know if it'll necessarily be a failed cash in. I think they push it. I think what will happen, in all honesty, in Truth format, I think he would cash in, and it'll be a situation. So when I was watching, I think it was a Cody Rhodes documentary or something. Remember that time when Cody Rhodes had knocked out Big Show with the brass knucks?
Oh, and
Big Show fell on Cody to win the IC title. I think it'll be some shit like that, to where Priest could be down or something, and somebody jump him, and then he just falls out on Priest, and the ref is like, "Hey," and they'll be like, "Oh shit!" Like, I think it'll be something wild like that.
Okay.
I think it'll be something batshit crazy like that for R-Truth. Granted, he might only truly have it for like a week or two, but I can see something batshit crazy.
Yeah.
Like that happening.
I don't see him going longer than a month with it if he gets it.
But we shall see. But yeah, congrats to A-Town Down Under. Hopefully nobody is hurt. I haven't heard any reports of anybody being hurt. And also congrats to the Awesome Truth. And once again, we'll see how this plays out come Monday. The next match, I have the original graphic for it, but this match was probably the most throwaway match to me in all of WrestleMania. This is the original iteration. It was supposed to be Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee, who got jumped on SmackDown, and he was replaced by Andrade versus Dominic and Santos. Next match.
Why the hell? I mean, yeah, but like, why even? Andrade is just too good of a heel. Like, why are we wasting him going face and saving Ray? Like, if you really wanted to just like keep this storyline in check, you could have had Carlito pick up for Dragon Lee. And also, why are we snubbing Dragon Lee again on things?
He might be hurt for real at this point. Or something. Okay. I don't know, but you're right. They keep snubbing Dragon Lee for reasons.
Look, so man, my whole issue with this is that I'm gonna say for me, but I'm just gonna say fuck it and say it for everybody in the world, that this was possibly the worst way that you could have booked this match in any like if you just line up all the ways you could have booked this match, they went and chose the one at the bottom of the fucking list and said we're gonna do this shit because nothing absolutely made any sense the way that I thought this shit was going, because I was like, okay, Dragon Lee got hurt, all right, clearly it had to be Andrade that did the shit. Andrade is gonna come in here with Ray, he gonna double cross Ray. They gonna whoop up on Ray, beat down the LWO. Dom about to get his win back from last year. And then you about to have everybody standing tall as this new Latin faction.
Look at the whole
that
time.
Or even Carlito being the guy to betray it. Oh, okay.
The whole time, this match should have been a 8-person tag. It should have been Legado versus LWO. The whole time.
They were dressed up anyway. Like, what the fuck?
It should have been Electra, Santos. They could have slotted in Dominic if they want. Even if they wanted to make it 10 on 10. I mean 5 on 5. I mean, it should have been Electra, Santos, Dom, Berto. Which why they name that man Berto? Why they name that man Berto? They couldn't keep the Umberto. They had to just Berto. Well, Berto and Angel versus the team of Ray, Zelina, Joaquin, Cruz, and Carlito, or Dragon, whomever. Andrade could have stayed smooth away from this the whole time.
Absolutely.
Smooth away.
Yeah.
But this whole time, it should have either been 5 on 5 or 4 on 4. Because especially with them even slotting in Dominic and all of this, it was like, okay, well, obviously Dom was gonna get his dub back. No. Like Dizzle said, of all the ways you could have booked this, y'all chose the feel good. Y'all chose the fuck out of here.
I didn't feel good about this shit.
Not at all.
And it wasn't even the fact that I was mad that it didn't go our way pick wise. I was just mad that literally this is what y'all gave us.
Yeah.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Cool. But next match. For the Intercontinental Championship, you had the Ring General, Gunther, taking on Sami Zayn. And the first thing that I will say about this match, personally speaking, bullshit.
I gotta agree with you. Like, no disrespect to Sami Zayn by any means. Like, if this was an IC belt match against anybody but Gunther, I would have been completely fine with Sami taking this. but there was so much more like storytelling that could have been done here with Gunther still staying as champ. And honestly, you could have Sammy lose at a WrestleMania right now. He's not going to lose anything from taking a loss here for the IC belt. A lot of people would say that Sammy's due for the big belts.
But they're not even only that. Looking at the match, you telling me Sami Zayn is the one to withstand Gunther's full clip and more?
Sorry.
For Gunther, for Zayn to come back and hit, his corner brain buster that he hadn't hit since he was El Generico, and hit him with 2 haluva kicks, and that was it? A corner brain buster and 2 haluva kicks after you done took 5 power bombs, which we're talking about the same power bombs that Sheamus took one, was done. Drew McIntyre took one, was done. But Zayn can take 5. He could take 3 splashes, and he was able to recover.
The eternal underdog.
He was able to recover from all of that and still win? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Don't get me wrong. I have nothing against Zayn. I've always cherished Zayn. The way this was booked, this reminded me how that shit was last year. Because if you remember last year, Usos threw the full clip and more at Zayn, and Zayn was the one to win because Owens was taken out. And it was like, they booking Sami Zayn to be durable as fuck.
They did.
Now, the fallout from this match had your boy Dizzle with a great theory, if you would like to share said theory with the class.
Yeah. I have to just say what I got to say about this match for one.
Oh, go ahead.
The match was fine.
It was fine up until the last 10 minutes.
I want to call back to what Trips said at the press conference about Sami Zayn being able to pull that emotion.
Oh, the emotion, yeah.
And where I will agree with that's perfectly fine. I feel that emotion at this point in time was misplaced, and I think just like Sammy said, or just like Jaeger said, because they don't think I'm thinking I'm talking to Sami Zayn. Just like just like Jaeger said, it's for the world title. Right now, you have 2 world championships. Sami Zayn is easily slotted into that picture right now. And since he has not won the big one, you already have pulled that emotion against Roman, and you didn't pull the trigger on him winning. Right now, it is the perfect landscape for anybody to be able to take this championship. So my thing is, why is it that you waste an opportunity to build somebody who has not been in the spotlight and waste it on somebody that you have continuously had, regardless, even if they haven't won the big one? Why is it that you have them continuously in the spotlight for this moment when it was almost easily, perfectly set up for somebody else? That somebody else being Chad Gable. And I say that because even if you take the fact that he lost to Gunther, it was set up perfectly for him to be able to take that loss, which wasn't really a loss, and to go in and take what he learned from it and build that whole thing in Mania. Like, hey, I got my chance. I'm not going to drop it this time. He got a family too. His family was there. You tell me you can't pull that emotion there? It was already built up with that story with Gunther and him. Now, the only way to fix this, because you can't just have him say, "Oh, Sammy, you owe me one. Remember, you owe me one." For me, when I heard that, I heard his own get back. The only way you do this now is you do a heel turn. You can't just do a gentleman's match between the two of them and it just go off willy-nilly. No, because you're going to damage Gable like that.
Yeah.
Right now, Gable goes heel. He goes heel. He aligns himself with Imperium to be the first American in Imperium. He is their mid-card title guy. You already got a tag team. You got Gunther that's going to be on his way to make it to get in the world championship. And now you have a solid stable of killers. And Imperium has been looking a little shaky outside of Gunther. And now you got a chance to get them to take the titles off of Truth and Miz at some point and start to get everything very serious around. You are and it's set up for Gable because now he can do away with Alpha Academy, all that cheesy shit, and actually be serious.
Does Gunther need to take time off though?
Oh no. See, here's the thing with Gunther.
I mean, he could. Yeah, he could. Yeah.
Gunther can just sit and watch as Imperium does what they need to do. He can. His thing is they've been watching him dominate, so now he can just be like, okay, now it's your turn to dominate, and once you're where you need to be, then I will then I will show the world what we can do as a collective type thing. And if Gable does align himself, it makes sense at that point now, because now Gable is able to be more serious and he's able to be that killer that can then go up to the world championship picture and it will not seem out of place at all. He can't be faced right now. He cannot be faced right now at all. At all. He needs to have the biggest chip on his shoulder.
Yes, 1000%.
So that's where I'm at with this. Absolutely.
I like the thought process. I like the flow. I could see that. I need to see him and Sammy shake hands to like supposedly finish out this agreement, and then Gable comes in for that low blow, and then starts working on his turn.
He needs to break his fucking ankle.
Damn.
Why not?
He needs to snap that shit.
Go right on it.
On vacation for a little bit. He's like, go sit with your kids and your wife. I got this shit right now.
But yeah, like I said, that was my only beef that I had with this match, was the fact that they let Gunther unload the clip. Like, I mean, on some Hell Divers 2 shit. He just and Sammy was like, I'm still here though. And it was
like that Bile Titan that just don't die.
Basically. And it was like, all right, y'all got it. Now, Dizzle kind of gave you a preview of how he felt with this match. So the next match, for the third time in WrestleMania history, we get brother versus brother. We get Team Yeet, Jey Uso versus Team No Yeet, Jimmy Uso. And as much as it pains me to say this, I was a little underwhelmed. I thought the Usos was about to go out there and just burn the house. Funny enough, I think I told Ashley that I expected this match to be one of the sleepers of the pay-per-view. I did say, because I thought they was about to go out there and just quote unquote unload the clip like I've been using on each other. But once again, I think it was one of y'all that said it about it's kind of hard when each of them got the same damn moveset.
Must have been that guy.
I didn't see it.
I can't remember. Somebody had said it. I thought that somebody said, well, it's kind of hard when they both got the same moveset. And I was like, oh shit.
Well, here's the problem, and I don't think it has anything to do with their moveset. I mean, granted, that could be a problem. However, I'm going to place blame. My blame is going to be placed on Jimmy.
And it ain't gonna like that.
And it may not be intentional on his part, but the way that the shit comes off is almost like he's just resting on laurels and just being lazy. You see Jay going out there, going off on his own, being main event Jay when the whole stuff with Roman was happening, and then he breaks away, goes over to Raw, and is a bona fide single star, building up his own stuff, and perfectly fine. Now, I believe that this is Jimmy's fault. And then by proxy, he ends up bringing Jay down at the same time. Because at some point, this match kind of just had its stalls and stuff. And I'm sitting there looking like, wait, why are they taking so much time with this one spot here? Like, what the hell's happening?
What it is? You know what? What should have truly happened, and I can kind of agree with you on this, with the whole Jimmy aspect. Jimmy should have tried his damnedest to be on the same level as Dominic Mysterio.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
If the crowd would have started to hate Jimmy like how they hate Dominic Mysterio, you would have really got the duality of Jimmy trying to do something and the crowd just like, no, get the fuck out of here, while Jay was doing something to get all the yeets. And what happened was, all we really kept seeing Jimmy do was cost Jay matches. Yeah. Jimmy wasn't building himself up too, because once again, he was wrapped up in the whole bloodline stuff. So of course, if you're wrapped up in everything bloodline, you're not able to kind of be a star yourself, unfortunately.
Making a point.
And Jimmy and Jay should have literally been the duality of good versus evil in a sense, because that's how it was with Matt and Jeff. When Matt betrayed Jeff, Matt was nuclear heat. It was like, how could you break the Hardy Boys? Like we seen y'all WrestleMania 17. Like what
happened?
See, you bring the Hardy, y'all, the ladder specialists. What are you doing? You break it up, and then what made this should have been even special, y'all are twins.
Yes.
Jimmy being big brother, Jay being little brother. It should have had more, like the build up and the vignettes were amazing for this match. But the match itself honestly should have gave us Ric Flair and Shawn Michaels vibes.
Ooh.
I will say this.
Where it should have been like emotional as fuck.
I'm going to reserve my stance on this until after I see what they do with Gable and see if they actually do pull the trigger. Because if they pull the trigger with Gable, then what I'm about to say should never happen. Okay. But if you don't pull the trigger with Gable, then the course that they should have taken was letting Jay beat Gunther for the IC title.
Ooh.
And then having this be a thing where Roman sends Jimmy to take stuff from Jay, and Jay basically being like, I can't get away. Even though I'm getting success on my own, you're still trying to take this away from me. And there's your IC title match.
Yeah.
But that's only if they don't pull the trigger with the Gable stuff. But if they don't do that shit, this should have been your IC title match. Especially if you don't have Lesnar here, and that should have been the match with Gunther. Gunther takes a vacation, and then after Mania, now you got Imperium going on a fucking tear then. But this would have been the other course of action that I would have taken with the IC title.
Okay. I can see that. Jaeger, you got anything you want to add to it?
Twin versus twin should have definitely been more interesting. Or I shouldn't say been more interesting, but I'm not gonna lie, after a certain point, I was more concerned about our rankings within our competition. This match was one that I was just like, I gotta use the bathroom.
You know what? I'm not gonna even lie. Per the way everything settled, I probably would have preferred if Jimmy would have won. Because that would have pulled the win out of everybody's sail. If Jimmy was winning, everybody would have been like, "Oh no!"
Have Bloodline standing tall on night one, all around.
All around. Ooh. All
there
around.
Was some people. There were a couple of people like trying to throw predictions, like, "Yeah, let's have Bloodline just dominate at night one and take everything."
Yeah.
Now,
shame.
This next match, we can harken back to what I said about the 6-woman tag in NXT. This is not the same to me in this next match.
The only thing
that
I'm going to say that was a bit of a damn shame to see is when you posted those match times.
Oh, yes. And this was the shortest match of night one.
This was by far the shortest match. It was under 10 minutes. Everything else was like 17 minutes plus.
This was under 10 minutes.
This was a disservice. That was a disservice to them.
I'm not going to call them the name Dizzle named them. I'm going to call them the name Jaeger named them. We got Team Black Girl Magic, Jade Cargill, The Glow, Naomi, and the EST, Bianca Belair, versus Damage Control, Dakota Kai, and the Women's Tag Champs, the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane. Not that Dizzle's nickname was bad, but I don't want to refer to those beautiful black queens as what he said.
Team Dark Meat.
There he goes. He said it himself anyway.
Hey, the juiciest part of the chicken, people.
Now, though what I said about the 6-woman tag, this was needed. This was needed because you can tell they're not ready for Jade to be on her own yet.
Absolutely.
So this was needed.
For sure.
She had 2 veterans. I mean, you had the veteran in Naomi.
Mm-hmm.
You had, like I said, second to Rhea in popularity with Bianca, teamed up Jade, and then of course, what better enemies than the still running rampant, running roughshod Damage Control. So this is why I feel differently about this match compared to the one in NXT, because this was needed. This was needed. And the presentation they gave Team Black Girl Magic, oh boy.
Oh yeah.
I would have. You know how you see videos of people destroying their TVs when sports team lose? If Damage Control would have won this match, yeah, let's just say.
Oh, don't go that far now.
Shit. The way they presented everything with Team Black Girl Magic, I would just unplug the PlayStation. I was like, y'all got it.
You would have got mad if the ex-women lost, man.
Yes.
Damn, it's messed up.
Yes.
I mean, we all knew that they were going to win.
I mean, this was the most layup.
They pointed at the sign.
Yes. This match was the most layup match literally on the card.
I mean, granted, Damage Control did look like they came to play, because when that entrance hit and I saw Dakota Kai.
Hey, look here. I was telling Aranya a while back, there is something about WWE women. Because it started in NXT kind of. Actually, I haven't on both. It's something about when them good guys go bad guys. When the women go from face to heel, it's like a layer of just sexy and beautiful. Because when Dakota betrayed Tegan, sorry, Dizzle, when Dakota had betrayed Tegan back in the day and she became heel, it was like, wait, this ain't the same Dakota, y'all. Like Bayley went from smiley, happy, I'm a hugger, to the role model. It's like, wait, this ain't the same Bayley, y'all. wait.
Did your ass get bigger, Bayley?
Like, this ain't the same. It is something about them women when they go from face to heel. It's just like, wait.
You're forgetting.
Kairi Sane wouldn't have had wore her hair the way she was wearing her hair when she was a good guy. It was like, wait, this ain't the Pirate Princess, y'all. Like
you cannot be mad at the Pirate Princess. That shit was looking great.
Look, listen, I would never.
It was like, wait.
I would never.
Face or heel, she was doing it right.
Or heel.
I mean, Asuka does it for me whether she face or heel, regardless. But
facts.
I mean, the face paint she had last night, the night before on Saturday, kind of scared me a little bit.
I mean, Asuka's a scary woman. They call her the murder clown for a reason.
You know what? Oh yeah, another good point on the face going heel. Rhea. That blonde look to this mommy.
The whole internet damn near has a life sentence in horny jail because of that. But this match, once again, it was a layup. It was to show off Jade. And there's nothing you could take away from Damage Control because they went out there knowing what they had to do. Like this wasn't meant for Damage Control to truly give a good fight. Because like even look at the build of Team Black Girl Magic. Like look at the way Team Black Girl Magic is built compared to Damage Control. It was
that's not right. Look, one's a strength build, the other one's a speed build. All right,
that is true. But when you got the literal Storm,
yeah,
you got the EST,
yeah,
and we all know what Naomi got. I mean, one of her moves is named after what she has.
And you tell me I can't call them Team Dark Meat, and she telling everybody, "Hey, look at my Dark Meat." Look, I know that this match we ain't really been talking about the wrestling.
No, I know we've been sitting here gushing. How beautiful these 6 women are.
Gushing over everything. But you know, we talk about Rhea's pin, but the way that Jade,
hey yo, yes, left us all in horny jail. We was all feeling jaded.
So. So they won.
Yes, Team Black Girl Magic handily won.
I think the biggest part of discussion when it comes to this match is not so much the match itself, but where do these 3 women go? We know where Damage Control is going. They're going to do whatever it is they're going to do. But with them pairing these 3 together, do we see Jade being taken under the wing of Bianca and Naomi, or do we just kind of see one off and them just
shout outs to Ashley because she did give us her prediction. She thinks Jade is going to be the women's champion in this, while Naomi and Bianca are going to be the tag team in this. And I can see it that way now because then we can go ahead and make Bianca Grand Slam.
Yeah,
because she hadn't won.
Yeah.
Tag titles yet. So she can go ahead and be Women's Grand Slam. We talking about Tag, Raw, SmackDown, and NXT at this point. So I can see it going that way. And why not? Why not go ahead and have them as a trio for the time being? I mean, is that going to hurt?
I will tell you.
Have them as the women version of New Day. Why not?
Listening to you now. I don't want Jade to have the women's world title at this moment.
I don't either.
But
that's the only reason why I would switch it for Bianca to be the quote-unquote leader.
Bianca and Naomi can go ahead and give Bianca her little Grand Slam anointing.
Okay.
But there's still a singles title out there ready for Jade. The Women's North American Championship.
Oh, NXT, you're right. That's actually not a bad option to go there either.
Because she can still be on SmackDown. And she can go over there and handle business.
Dom did it. Dom did it with the North American Championship, so that was actually not a bad idea. That way, she can use NXT to get her quote-unquote feet wet. And then eventually, when she loses it, it's like, all right, you ready now. You're good now. So that's actually not a bad idea either.
And see, this
would be it's a little too poetic too, because she was a TV champ for AEW.
There you go.
And so let me ask y'all this, because this is going to kind of spin off. So she did do an interview. We're talking about Jade Cargill, and she was asked, "Do you feel you was wasted where you were at?" And she said yes. And Ashley asked me about this, and I told her absolutely. I said, other than Cargill having her first match with Shaq, Cody, and Brandy, who did she truly fight that was noticeable other than Nyla Rose? She didn't get a chance to not even sniff at the Women's World Championship before the TBS, and she was undefeated. She didn't get a chance to truly go against the top talent that was mixing it up in the Women's World Championship division in AEW. It was always glorified squash matches.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes and no to that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only saying it because I do agree that she was wasted because she was not being able to. I mean, we weren't able to see what she could do against the upper echelon of women's talent up there.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't feel she was wasted because I felt that they took time with her presentation and building up so that way she could be in the eye of a WWE. Because I think now she's in better hands as far as getting her in ring work together. Because as much as I
know, AEW can't book women.
Yeah, and that's the thing. As much as I appreciate AEW, I don't think that they can cater to someone who isn't established with an in-ring style already. I think they struggle with new talent that's not as seasoned in terms of in-ring work. And WWE is able to cater to that and fix it. They can mask everything around the presentation, which she already has, thanks to AEW. But since that, now all they got to do is do what they're good at and then just take care of her in-ring stuff. And she's already around the best possible people to do that. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Thanks.
But yeah, so we'll see what happens on SmackDown, how this trio goes moving forward and everything. But the main event of night one, which is now recorded as the second longest main event in WrestleMania history, with the first being Shawn and Bret Iron Man match. This match was a whopping 44 minutes of our time.
Not counting the entrances.
And not counting the entrances, by the way, to determine how the main event of night two was going to go, whether it was going to be Bloodline Rules or Bloodline Man. We had the team of World Heavyweight Champ Seth Rollins, the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, the Tribal Chief, Undisputed Champion of the WWE Galaxy, Roman Reigns, and the People's Champion, the final boss, The Rock. And I just love how everybody had a championship except Cody Rhodes. Because Rock was anointed with the People's Championship from Lonnie Ali, Muhammad Ali's wife. So Rock had a title, Roman had a title, and of course Seth had a title, and Cody just had his weight belt. Now, what was funny about this match, this was a fucking Bloodlines Rules match anyway.
Right.
Because of The Rock. About 5 to 10 minutes in the match, he looks at Chad Patton and says, if you start the fucking count, I will fire you. So essentially, this became anything goes anyway. Only difference is it just stayed between these four gentlemen.
Listen, just quick sidebar on this whole thing. I'm convinced that Phil decided to book all of Rollins' spots for this entire weekend because this weekend was fuck you Rollins weekend. Because in this tag match,
Jesus Christ, in
this tag match, Rollins got his ass beat,
dog walked.
We'll get into night two, but this was the beginning of what I was just realizing. Like, if there was any part of Rollins' body that was hurt, it was easily exploited throughout this entire match. I was hoping that they was gonna pull out another back for him from somewhere to attach to him, because his back, as far as I'm concerned, was done.
Or he would get another leg replacement or something.
Something.
What are you talking about, man? Seth Rollins only got hurt in the everywhere.
Like, I think his name hurts. Like I think his name hurts. This man went through it night one.
Yes.
He went through it. And then, of course, we get spots of the Mama Rose, Rock trying to beat with the belt. And it was a lot. This match was a lot because I had to go back and watch it again. And this was a lot. Like, a lot.
It didn't even need to be.
It really didn't. For 44
this didn't
minutes,
have to be a 44-minute match. Nah.
No.
This was a lot.
And, of course, we'll get into night 2, but this match hurt the main event for me for night 2.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Because once again, it became Bloodline rules itself.
More so than night 2. Everything that happened in this match, I felt should have been included in
night 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there was way more destructive spots. Like if this was the case, if you were going to do night 2 main event like you did it, you should have just had Rollins and Cody win.
At that rate.
And then had Roman and Cody have a straight up match with nobody involved.
At this point,
it's weird to say that if night 2 is going to be as heavy of a bloodline match as it was, it should have had way more shenanigans, and that should have been your 44-minute match.
I can agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
I can agree with that. I can 1000% agree with that take that I would rather last night's match been all the shenanigans in 40-something minutes rather than this 40-something minute match, because it was like, and no offense to Dwayne, no offense to the final boss, but it wasn't like he was in there going like he was 20-something years ago.
And thinking about it now, I think that there should have been a regular tag match with Rock just asserting his authority with the ref, like still being sneaky, doing shit like that, and then just that way making it seem extremely unfair.
Yes.
And then, and then having them losing and saving all those big spots that they did for night 2, because you could have still had Rock be integrated into night 2 instead of having him go full on night 1. He could have wrestled a little bit.
It was bloodline rules.
Yeah, and done all the spots then, especially if you're going to keep him heel up to that.
Mm-hmm.
If you weren't going to have him screw over Roman, you should have just easily just had him integrated into the match with everything else. So
I can agree. But for all the talking, if you didn't get it, the Bloodline wins. They won very emphatically and very almost handily, if we really being honest. And Roman gets the dub. We get another Cody dejected picture.
Yeah.
Cody was looking like, oh no, what's gonna happen?
They were just
defeated.
That's it.
So now Bloodline rules will go into effect for the title picture Sunday night.
Dollars make a way to make a change. Gotta be insane to make them same mistakes again. So I'm switching lane to lane. Pray the curb don't scrape the front.
And let's get into it. WrestleMania Sunday night. And let's roll right into what Dizzle was saying, because to open up the night, World Heavyweight Champion Seth freaking Rollins going against the Scottish Terminator, aka probably the runner-up, maybe even number 1, depending on how you feel about Jimmy, hater of the year. If this was the hater of the year, a la that Dave Chappelle skit, it's between Jimmy and Drew. Because boy, they was running neck and neck for haters of the year, and they both had some grand entrances. So I found out Rollins' entrance is a Philadelphia thing. That's what they do in Philadelphia, apparently. And that whole group was I forgot what the name
was. You mean that Mardi Gras knockoff?
Yeah, apparently it's the thing that they do in Philadelphia. And he was just like, fuck it, let's do it.
Okay.
And that's what it was. And then this match had Phil, like Dizzle mentioned, on commentary. And funny enough,
go ahead.
So let's go into this. So of course it was Jaeger and myself competing for the championship. Going into this night, I was up 2 points. Jugs and Dizzle were competing 1-on-1, and Jugs was up 5 points.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, the only bonus points I can see is Priest cashing in, yes or no? If Priest didn't cash in, it was 4 points. If Priest did cash in, then it turned to, does he cash in? Who does he cash in on? Does he win? It was way more complicated with that. So literally, Jaeger and I had the same picks. Our whole night was depending on Priest cashing in. And funny enough, we all went for Seth. Jugs went for Drew.
Mm-hmm. I was done after this match. Everything was said and done. For me,
now
I was done.
Upon coming into this match, my notion of thinking of booking Seth was, though he went through what he went through Saturday night, he's gonna still find a way. Because Seth finds a way. And then Priest was gonna be like, word? You survived that? But you're not gonna survive this. So I predicted Priest cashing in on Seth, because Seth was already gonna be broken, battered, and beaten. And Priest walks out champ. The other three was like, nah, it ain't time, fam. And I was like, sweating buckets. If Jaeger, because see, Dizzle hasn't made it over to my place yet, but Jaeger was there. Jaeger don't realize how much I was over there praying. Praying. Fingers crossed. I was over there in misery. But before we get to all of that, the match itself, Drew starts the match off with a Claymore kick, and it was like, shit.
Dude damn near decapitated Rollins on the first 3 seconds, bro.
It was like, shit. Like, oh, they doing it. But Seth kicks out. They go back and forth. And,
they have a full-ass match.
They had a match. And Punk was on commentary, and the one thing I loved about this whole situation, we know how Rollins feels about Punk, and we know how Drew has been touted as the one who injured Punk. I like how Punk was still taking his shots at Rollins, but it really spun off to more Punk and Drew.
Yeah.
Especially because Drew and his antics, he kept looking at Punk every now and then. He interacted with his wife in the crowd and everything. It was just like Punk was not here for it. And Rollins tried between Rollins' back, between his knee. Rollins was giving everything he got. He did. And ultimately, a good old Claymore kick. 1, 2, 3. Drew wins, and I was like, fuck. That was right.
I was even like, fuck. But no. You see, McIntyre had to not only win, he had to be petty.
Yes. Go ahead.
He
go
had
ahead,
to not only win. This mother
Let him
McIntyre. McIntyre, after kissing his wife, in a celebratory fashion, decides that he's going to go ahead and gloat, that he's going to go ahead and rub it into the man that could have been at WrestleMania, one Mr. Phil Brooks, who, honestly, as soon as I saw that he was going to be at the announce team for this match, as soon as I saw anything that had to do with Phil being there, I should have known to just go McIntyre's route. But anyways, he's taunting. Like, he's like holding it in front of him. He's standing on the table. And when he's done, he gives him a nice big old suck it with belts in hand. And right when you think that Phil's just like, yep, I'm injured, I can't do anything, blah, 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 Drew takes his turn to get off the table. Phil sweeps the leg like a damn Cobra Kai member. Proceeds to start wailing on him with his uninjured arm, and then takes off the fucking cast, the thing that he's using on, like, to show that he's injured, and then starts wailing on him with that.
Mm-hmm.
And then
the scream I let out because the arena went purple. Priest music.
The reason my voice is fucking up right now.
He comes running out there. The scream I let out when that happened. Priest hits Punk with Priest hits Drew with the briefcase.
Yep.
Punk is standing on the announce table like, do it, please. Priest says, I'm cashing in. Samantha announced Priest cash in. He rolls in Drew. Bell rings, South of Heaven choke slam. 1, 2, 3. And new.
Priest is a liar.
Champion.
Priest is a damn liar.
Damian Priest. And from that and still, your tag prediction.
That man said outright that he is big chilling WrestleMania weekend. He has no reason. He's got till July. He has time.
And then the view of Punk sitting crisscross applesauce on the announce table, staring at Drew, and Drew stares back at him, and Punk looking at him like, and Drew is looking like, what the fuck just happened? Oh my God. And then of course you get Judgment Day celebrating because Rhea and Damian have matching titles, and they made out like bandits. You didn't see them for the rest of the night until Priest had his press conference. They were gone. They were.
Priest was looking presidential. Not gonna lie.
Very presidential. Priest was looking dapper as fuck at that.
Glasses on and all that.
Like none of that goth shit was there.
No eyeliner, none of that.
None of that. Priest was looking dapper as fuck. Then, one thing I can appreciate WWE doing to keep the hype going from the excitement, they went ahead and pulled the trigger on the 6-man street fight between, apparently, these 3 gentlemen are called the Pride.
Yes. Yeah.
I did not know this.
Oh, I thought I told you when we went to that live event.
Oh, I guess I didn't pay attention. You might have, but apparently they are officially known as the Pride. It's the Street Profit and Bobby Lashley versus the Final Testament, Karrion Kross and AOP. They had They had a Philadelphia street fight. So we had Snoop Dogg on commentary, and I'm gonna tell y'all this. I rewatched this match this morning. Snoop was having a good fucking time on commentary.
Oh, okay.
I would not mind Snoop commentary. Snoop was having him a good time on commentary. Then you had Bubba Ray Dudley as special guest referee. And I could see why Dizzle picked Final Testament, but considering how the match played out, it was meant for the Pride to win.
Yeah.
Upon watching it back, it was totally meant for the Pride to win this.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, as far as on both sides go, none of these factions deserve to lose.
Yes.
That's why I was more on the lines of this probably would have been better if it was just a one-on-one match between Lashley and Kross, and Kross could have easily taken the loss. But just looking at the faction comparison, and you looking at AOP, and it's just like,
oh no. I don't know how much did y'all pay attention to the match. Remember how there was a big block of time where AOP was just not there anymore?
Yes.
Did y'all see how they was taken out?
Oh no.
Montez dove on them. Montez dove over the corner and dove on AOP, and that took out AOP for the rest of the match.
What the hell?
Exactly. I thought something major happened to AOP. Nope. Montez dove on them. And that took out AOP for the rest of the match. That's why I said upon rewatching that match, it was totally meant for the Pride to get that W.
Okay.
And then Kross gets in Bubba Ray's face. Bubba Dudley puts on old school glasses, and it was over. It was curtains for Kross.
Then they jumped Kross.
and then they jumped across. And once again, Snoop was just, he beat him with the stick. Oh, just like how your mama used to do. Like Snoop.
Oh shit.
Snoop was having a grand time on commentary. But the Pride gets the W. They Montez does the from the heavens frog splash to cross through the table. Bobby gets the pin. The Pride, along with B-Fab and Snoop, they all celebrate in the ring. And Bubba, Ray Dudley, they all celebrate. Like I said, it was meant for the Pride to get that dub, unfortunately.
Goddamn shame.
And also for the debut of the new gin and juice drink that Snoop and Dre are putting out, apparently.
Yes.
Shameless plug.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, hey, look, just let me know, man. You know, gin and juice goes good with all the dark meat that was in the ring. So,
God damn it.
I'm just saying.
The next match of the night, we had a grudge match between the megastar L.A. Knight, and the phenomenal AJ Styles, with AJ debuting some new music. You know what I'm saying? I went back and watched this match again. That boy AJ be having bops, man. AJ be having some bops with some music. This match, once again, I hated with this match because at no point I saw AJ winning. No point I saw AJ getting a dub in this match. I knew this was meant for LA. You know, they was announcing this was his first WrestleMania and everything. We all know that he has the crowd on his side. So at no point I saw AJ getting this dub. I'm sorry.
I'm not sorry.
But it was a good match. Don't get me wrong. It's just plus, if you know Uncle Allen's history, Uncle Allen's gonna give you a great match. Yes. Let's just put Uncle Allen can make anybody look like a star. So let's just put it out there.
First and foremost, shout out to that new theme. I fucks with it hard. But the build to this match, fantastic.
Yeah, and hence back what I said. I hated that this whole bloodline stuff cast a shadow of everything. They had these dudes fighting at AJ's house. They had them fighting at a press conference. They had them just doing this.
They fought at the convention.
Yeah. I was mad at first because I was so set on LA Knight taking the title off of Logan Paul. And I was like, the fuck are they doing? Like, why? Just because y'all need Randy to do something? But then it made sense.
Yes.
It made sense. And I know we're going to get into that match because I think it's after this one.
Yes.
It makes sense because I believe that they're going to let Logan do his thing heel-wise up until possibly at the very latest.
I like that. I was in low-key didn't like Logan Paul, apparently.
He is of a similar mind as me.
I think they're gonna hold it off at the very latest SummerSlam and have LA Knight take it then.
AJ Styles took a plane to Australia. If you look at it from the way he took a plane to Australia to cost LA Knight a championship opportunity. If you put it in perspective,
if that ain't grounds for an ass whooping,
that ain't grounds for an ass. All because I eliminated you in the Royal Rumble. You mad? You that mad that you took a plane to Australia just to cost me a title match?
Does AJ Styles throw his name into the player haters ball?
Oh no, he's number 3 because you cannot seemingly, because once again AJ was not booked in Australia, so to the public he took a plane just to cost you the match. Oh,
bro,
no,
he risked his life taking a plane. Have you tried flying recently?
No.
It's been
exactly, and that's for good reason. It's because Bowen has fallen apart. No,
that's also true too. So Mans took a plane just to cost you a title match. You are definitely number 3 on the hater list. But yeah, they went out there and
big
had
hater.
a decent match. And LA Knight, of course, the crowd goes crazy for LA. I mean, how did I think Corey Graves said he's the hometown hero everywhere he goes. So there you go. The next match, as Dizzle mentioned, we had Jaeger's favorite wrestler, Logan Paul.
Look, I may have voted for him, but it's through gritted teeth. That's all I'm gonna say.
You had Logan Paul defending his United States Championship against Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. Now, when I said on the preview show, look at Logan's face. Logan's face is so just blue steel.
Like he's trying to be so. It looks like it's just been heavily edited through Photoshop. That doesn't even look like the actual guy.
But like, look at him, just model face, just ugh. But
he had to hit that.
Logan comes out in a Prime truck for reasons and stuff.
Apparently, Prime was a sponsor of Wrestlemania.
Yep.
No, apparently they worked out a deal with Prime that in every PLE, the Prime logo is going to be there in the middle of the ring.
Mania, I didn't know it was going to be every.
Mania was the start. So in every PLE, they didn't say for how long that Prime logo is going to be center of the mat.
Let's hope we see the end of that shit at SummerSlam then.
But SummerSlam is in Cleveland too, his hometown. He about to be obnoxious. KO came out in a golf cart, and the cool part about it was when Randy Orton came out, KO was like, "Let me see if Randy wants to ride." So he backs up, and he looks at Orton like, "Come on," and Orton was like, "Fuck it," and boom. I would have been so nervous.
Like,
I'm like, please don't let me drive this golf cart backwards off the stage. But this was a pretty solid match. Of course, at some point, KO and Orton had to fight each other, but this was a pretty solid match. Like, I actually wasn't too mad at this match, except for when the Prime bottle showed up.
Oh man!
And
it was
I thought it was going to be KSI, but it was iShow Speed. And for the ones who know who iShow Speed is, you know his reputation. If you don't know who iShow Speed is, be thankful.
That's the best way to explain that without giving them so much screen time. That's good.
But iShow Speed turned out to be the Prime bottle, and Orton was pissed. Orton strips the costume off of him and hits him with a vicious RKO on the announce table.
Oh, first he hit that Leonidas kick on him first.
True, yes, he did hit that Leonidas kick on him. Then he RKO'd him on top of the announce table, and it was like, damn, I wish he would have hit that backdrop.
Oh, that would have been lovely.
But the match did continue after that stuff. I forgot exactly how the final sequence went, but I know Logan Paul retains.
That's bad enough.
It was Orton did the RKO on Owens because they were going back and forth.
Yes.
Logan gets in the ring and he tries to whip him into the turnbuckle, but Orton reverses it, whips him into the outside, and he was going to do the DDT, the second DDT.
Yeah.
But then he ends up pushing Orton into the turnbuckle, and Orton goes out the ring, and then Logan does his split leg frog splash onto Owens.
There you go. Jaeger, you got anything to say before we?
The sooner Logan Paul retires, the better.
There you go.
Hey, Logan was doing his thing in the ring, man.
He
was.
And once again, I really cannot stand how much he takes to this.
It's like, I hate him, but he's so goddamn good.
I won't say he's so goddamn good, but I won't deny that he's got some talent in there.
But moving forward, for the women's WWE Championship, we had the champ Io Sky defending against the role model Bayley. Bayley being the Royal Rumble winner. She had some conflictions. Then she realized Damage Control was talking shit to her. So she was like, nah, Io, I'm going to get that belt up off of you. And here we go. And they both had some pretty good interests, entertaining interests. I hope Bayley really did not hurt herself because she was really favoring that knee.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She was really favoring her knee to where she couldn't even hit the rose plant correctly, which is her finisher. So this wasn't a bad match per se. This was one of those matches that, like I've said before, I saw no way of Io winning.
Yeah.
I saw no way of Io retaining in this match.
I think that's one of the issues with matches like this is that when you kind of already know where it's going, everything has to fall in place perfectly for it to be something that's like, yeah, I saw it coming, but damn, that was a good fucking match.
Now, what I thought was going to happen did not happen. I thought Damage Control was going to come out, which would have led to Black Girl Magic coming out. But nope, it stayed one-on-one between Bayley and Io.
Huh. You know what? Thinking about it like that, with how the story had been going and her like getting that final nod from Bianca would have actually been nice. So that probably would have changed like my opinion on the match overall because it would have integrated the story even more. So yeah.
I would have been down for seeing that. I would have been down for seeing that. I would not have wanted the Io Sky to still win, but I would have been down for seeing Damage Control come out and cause a ruckus.
Yeah, I don't think that they did that. I'm pretty sure it would have had to been on somebody's docket to add that. But I think with everything going on in all these other matches, they didn't want to add too much fluff to anything else. Even though this would have made sense.
And we are here, the main event of WrestleMania 40 for the undisputed WWE Championship of the Galaxy. The Tribal Chief, Mr. 1,316 days as champion, Roman Reigns, versus Mr. I have to finish my story, back-to-back Royal Rumble winner, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Now, before we get into the specifics, gentlemen, overall, how did y'all feel about this match? Did it live up to the hype? Did it not? How did you feel about it overall?
I'm mad now, knowing everything that's gone on, because like I told you last night, is the match last year was set up more so and catered to the post-match stuff versus what happened over the course of this weekend. And I say that because they could have done it right, especially if you weren't going to have Rock turn on Roman. If you were going to have Rock stay heel and assert his authority, you should have had that throughout this match if it was going to be bloodline rules. And it would have, to me, it would have made more sense having a Cena, having a Taker, come out, because granted, it's nice to see. The Taker stuff doesn't really make sense to me, and the Cena stuff only makes sense in terms of solo.
Somebody did a stretch to make it make sense. Taker getting his revenge on the fact that Paul Heyman with Brock Lesnar broke his streak, and Roman was the other loss he suffered at WrestleMania. But it was like he attacked The Rock. He attacked The Rock.
Man,
but like I said, people was making sense. Of course, we all said that no, they couldn't get Stone Cold.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was. They couldn't get Stone Cold.
I like to leave it at that.
I'll take that.
I would leave it at that part because that part would make more sense to me. You know, having Stone Cold come out and giving old Dwayne a nice little, which it would have been nice to see him.
It would have been great
to see how this version of Rock would have sold the Stunner. But I watched this match again back this morning because I wanted to make sure I got everything. And funny enough, they was using the kendo stick here and there, but this was pretty much a regular match up until Jimmy showed up.
All the other appearances.
They brawled in the crowd for a little bit and things like that. But it didn't really get bloodline rules until Jimmy had showed up. And it was like, okay, now we're here. But so Jimmy Uso showed up first. They, did some things. Jay's music hits. Jimmy and Jay fight fight up the ramp. Jay spears Jimmy off the stage into some tables. They was gone for the rest of the match. The match continued, and then a la WrestleMania last year, Cody was doing his trios of Crossroads. Solo shows up. Solo and Roman proceeds to beat up on Cody. Cody has Steel's like, no, I'm not losing. John Cena shows up. Cena gets rid of Solo, AA him through the announce table, and then Cena gets back in the ring, and then the final boss himself, The Rock, shows up. The Rock gets rid of Cena. And the whole Mama Rose and the weight belt comes out. And then so what I didn't hear when we initially watched it, they played the gong first.
I did hear that.
So I didn't hear the fact they played the gong. Then the lights went out. Lights come back. Undertaker is behind Rock.
Hold up, Scoot.
Go ahead.
You miss one part in it, and it's okay that you forgot it because it was the other fuck you moment. Because the Shield's music had played after.
Oh
Rock
shit! I totally forgot. Oh my god!
Yo,
sorry.
But that's.
Let me rewind. I'm sorry. After The Rock got rid of John Cena, we hear Sierra, Hotel, India, Echo, Lima, Delta. It's like, oh shit! The music plays. The crowd, they're like, wait, the Shield music is playing. Next thing we know, we see Roman slide in the ring, and then the camera had to hurry up and cut because Seth was coming in with a chair, and then Roman popped
Superman punched him and dropped him.
And Roman disappears. Thank you, Dizzle, because I totally forgot. Then Roman disappears along with Seth. It was like, damn, Seth. Then we get the gong, Undertaker, choke slam to The Rock. The lights cut back on. Rock and Undertaker are gone. Gone. So then
choke slammed him to hell. Took him with him.
Then we get the moment of everybody's recovering. Things are happening. Then we get the age-old decision. Roman is in the middle with a chair. Seth is on one side. Cody's on the other side. Roman decides to hit Seth with the chair. From that, it caused enough to where Cody ends up hitting his triple crossroads. 1, 2, 3. The American Nightmare finished his story. And he is your new WWE Undisputed Universal Champion of the Galaxy World. He was able to finish his story in a very emotional moment. Because when I watched it back last night, it was a little emotional to see him celebrate, hear the words Michael Cole was saying. It was like, good on you, Cody. Good on you. Because, he never, due to his own dumbass stipulation, he could never win the AEW championship, which was like, why would you do that to yourself? So he could never win the AEW championship. And of course, he had to win 2 Rumbles. He had to contend with all the bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And boom, he was able to finally win the championship. The American dream, Dusty Rhodes, could never win. And we're here. We are here.
It's
now.
This might be a controversial take, but he should have won this belt last year.
So, I don't know if I said it to y'all. Had I known then what I know now, they was chasing history. Because remember, we all picked Sheamus to win that triple threat match. Nope. They was chasing history with Gunther so he can dethrone Honky Tonk Man. Had we knew then, they was getting Roman to at least chase the 1,000 days. Then it became, well, let's just go ahead and just make it run to Mania. So had we known then, now, we knew that they was letting Roman and Gunther chase history. Of course, Roman wasn't going to be champion for 5 years.
Oh, absolutely.
Right. Oh, no. But that aside, I'm sorry, man, but the way the story was written, built up, done, it was on such a high, on a high, especially with the bloodline looking like it's just falling to fucking pieces, especially with night one on the tag title match. And the way that the drama was built up and done, even in his match with Roman in night 2 last year. Like, yeah, you could have had him just easily kick out of not easily, but kick out of Solo Sikoa's like bullshit, and actually turned that around and got his triple crossroads off. Am I glad that he's finally got the belt? Of course. But damn, we almost didn't get this match until The Rock called that audible, and that's what's wild to me.
Yes, the fans bullied The Rock to be the final boss.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm just ready to see this new belt.
Yes, hopefully it's debut tonight. If not, it's probably gonna be Monday. Friday.
And 2, they have to stop with these BS records, because
I can agree now.
I was cool with everything, but the moment that they got to the whole thing with Roman beating out Hogan main eventing Manias, that pissed me off, because it's like, that's not real at this point, because now you're just inflating it because you have 2 days.
Yeah,
and it's one Mania. Now you're counting these 2 days. It's like, dude, just because it's 2 days doesn't mean it makes it 2 Manias.
Exactly. Now, go ahead.
No. That was it.
Now, I will say this. This right here, I don't know if y'all two want to jump in on the same bandwagon as me. This is Appreciation's corner right here. I will never take away what Roman Reigns did for the last 4 years.
Oh, absolutely.
Between him winning that belt from The Fiend, him starting this whole tribal chief thing, him carrying this company into what it is today, still dealing with his leukemia.
Oh, yeah.
Him. This is not the same Roman Reigns we knew from The Shield. This is not the same Roman Reigns from 2015. This Roman Reigns that is here now, like, I have no choice but to salute him. Like that, the whole bloodline saga, everything, all of this was possible because they let Roman cook. They let Roman and Paul cook. There might have been some starts and stops. There might have been some, oh my gosh, I'm getting tired of the bloodline. But in the end, if you look at it as a whole, Roman and Paul cooked. And I can be nothing but appreciative of this.
Absolutely.
And from that, do I expect Cody to have just an epic of a reign? No. Because what Roman did and what Roman was doing was special. That's a moment in time. This is now moving forward, kind of like how they was dubbing this the Triple H era. The Triple H era starts tonight at 6 and going forward. But thank you, Roman. Thank you.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Easily. Now, the second thing that I told you to put a pin in, this is my weird booking brain. There has been 2 names who has been rumored.
Oh, yeah.
Who have been free agents.
Mm-hmm.
And upon watching that match again this morning, and upon the rumors, Solo has the right to be pissed off. And there was rumors that Solo was going to take the bloodline forward. And Solo was doing everything in his power to get Roman to win. I can 100% them excommunicado Roman Reigns in a sense.
Oh, like
how they did Shawn Michaels. Yep. And Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu. Welcome to the new bloodline.
Ooh.
Welcome to the new bloodline. Jimmy Uso, Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Jacob Fatu. Welcome to the new bloodline.
What about
Zilla Fatu?
Yeah. His brother over there in New Japan.
Oh, the other one? I don't know. They never said it yet.
Tongaloa, there we go. My bad.
I think I don't know what's Tongaloa's contract status yet, but
all right.
I don't know if Tongaloa would want to go back to WWE.
That's also true too. He was portrayed as a Mexican.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh right. Fuck.
Hunico. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So he might not want to go back, but I can see.
Tama Tonga though coming over there. Tama Tonga is a whole hell of a heel, man.
It is. He is.
The only problem.
What you got?
It's his cutter.
Oh. Yeah, and him and Orton are on the same show, huh?
If that's the case, yeah. And he does a smooth cutter.
Because they made Damian Priest change his finisher.
Mm-hmm.
When Cody came back.
Yeah.
So you have a point there.
Granted, they did the right thing with Priest by giving him the Razor's
South of Heaven. Well, yeah, he was already doing South of Heaven, but yes, the Razor's Edge, yeah.
And allowing him to do that because he already had that essence of Razor Ramon. But to allow him to kind of just go that route, I felt was perfect. I'm in it if they do it a la DX style and run it like that, because I think that'd be the perfect kind of just write off for Reigns for now. And then
Reigns can literally be gone. Like he could be gone. Because because Ashley asked me a question too. With the whole Becky and Seth and their contracts and everything. I said the beauty of the way Triple H has been booking everything, Roman, Seth, and Becky can just disappear for a while and things will be a-okay.
Yeah.
Because now you have Priest and whoever Priest can interact with. Now you have Cody and whoever Cody. Rhea still has plenty of challenges. We really don't need Becky, Seth, or Roman right now.
Correct.
They could literally go on vacations and just chill.
That might have been the plan from the jump.
Might have been.
Especially because Roman can finally take some time off, actually deal with some like R&R, especially with what he's going through.
Mm-hmm. But it's gonna be interesting.
With it.
That was WrestleMania.
That was
and NXT Stand and Deliver. WrestleMania weekend.
The whole weekend.
This is
Dizzle and Yeager. Before we go, I want to ask y'all a question that I've been seeing. Shout outs to Authors of Wrestling. How do y'all feel that anytime Triple H is asked a question pertaining to his father-in-law, he tends to kind of swerve,
dodge it,
those questions? How do y'all feel?
All he needs to do, in my opinion, all he needs to do to at least like appease the fans and get that question off the list of asking is just give some fucking like generic answer regarding that. Been like, hey, like things are proceeding how they are right now. We won't we've got some information that we're reluctant to share right now until like some more information comes to light. Like I can't really speak on that right now. Or you can even go like full politician on it. Be like, I can't speak on that right now. That man is not part of this company anymore. The blah 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 blah. Like you can just give like one generic answer and then be like, as I've said before, boom, 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 boom. Like, you just need to stop dodging it. You need to just go ahead and address it already. Otherwise, it's just going to be a bigger and bigger cloud over your head.
Okay. Dizzle?
I mean, I've answered this question before. And it's more so on the lines of you can't really blame Triple H because of the fact that no matter how he answers it, even if he gives a middle of the road answer, it's always going to come under some type of bias on somebody's opinion.
Yeah.
I would more so place the blame on the people that's asking the question, because it's like, what are you expecting when you continuously ask about Vince? I mean, what happened is what happened. I mean, you can ask Steph, you can ask whoever, you can ask Cody, you can ask anybody that you go up against that you're in front of. But if you're expecting to get a scoop, then I think you're stupid, because
especially in the setting you're in too. Like, we just had a major pay-per-view. We're going to be thinking about the major pay-per-view. We're not going to be worrying about anything outside the pay-per-view.
Yeah, that's like people continuously, if they go to AEW and constantly asking about situations with Punk, it's like, he's not there anymore. What happened. It's like, why are you still asking? It's like, what is it that you want that you can't already get online by reading a docket here or there? Like, you know who's included. You have your answers there. If that's not good enough for you, then I'm sorry, can't help you until you see other shit that comes out. So it's like, I think it's at the point now where it's like, it was different, like when everything was happening, like initially, but the fact that all this time has passed and a lot of information has come out, it's at the point to where it's like, why are we still asking about this? You know,
like you said, to have that scoop, to have that inside, because Authors of Wrestling kind of agrees with what Yeager is kind of saying. Like, at this point, just give some type of answer. Yeah, just give something instead of kind of just dodging the question. Just give us something.
Yeah. Especially when trickles of like new information are coming in, like apparently this 24-page draft or whatever the fuck it was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, and it's weird to continuously ask Hunter about it, because I mean, as it's widely been known, especially when you talk about the black and gold days of NXT, it was already a situation where they were at odds. So I mean, it's kind of weird to go to that person when he was already at odds. Like, it's almost like, why would you think that he would have something to do with it when they already were barely talking as is?
Exactly.
Maybe they're just trying to see if they knew more so if they were like involved. Just like, okay, cool. If you weren't involved with it, that's great. That's great for your character. But did you know it was happening? Did Steph know it was happening? Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure obviously Steph knew it was happening.
Because personally speaking, and we kind of discussed this, not to go fully into it.
Yeah.
Until something comes out, I'm still going to be on the side of people knew he was sleeping with the woman, but not the extent of what was happening.
Yeah, and the problem is that they can't really say anything at the risk of incriminating themselves. So anything that they do say can get to a point to where it's like, even if I tell you I wasn't involved, if something comes out to where there was a text message where Steph had said something about this person and that person, it could then be linked to him. And it's like, oh, well, you said you didn't know anything. I mean, how am I supposed to know about a text message that was sent to me about a conversation that was had that I didn't even realize that I was having? You know, it's a whole thing. So it's like, sometimes it's better to be like, so about WrestleMania.
Exactly. So about WrestleMania.
So that's how I look at it. But I get where everybody's coming from. Like, I would understand, people wanting to know, but in the confines of like the legal confines of things, you can only say so much, especially if you're directly involved with the people this is about.
I agree.
But it is what it is.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's a very messy situation that has a very weird cloud that still looms over the WWE, even though said person is not even involved with the company. Like he's legitimately Benoit from the company.
Didn't you say they actually blur him out of the game now?
Yeah, in the showcase mode, his face is blurred, and you know he's not a playable character or anything. But yeah, they blur his face in the showcase mode in WWE 2K24. So, and I understand he was the owner, he was the boss, and that was kind of some of the reasons why I had issues with the stuff Ronda Rousey was saying, because it's like, I understand your beef, Ronda, was with WWE and mainly Vince. Mm-hmm. But if the company is actively trying to change and actively trying to make things right, you're taking shots as if they're still doing that. It's not helping either.
Yeah, absolutely.
And is Laurinaitis still there? Is the people that? Oh, okay. I mean, are all the people that were still listed or mentioned, are they still there? Are any of them still there? That's Brock the problem. Is where it
Brock
is.
Is the only weird outlier. Yeah, Brock is that weird because you know Triple H did mention about Brock that Brock is Brock. He's sitting at home.
Yeah, waiting on a call.
Basically, so Brock is still that weird outlier. But other than that, we're here.
Yeah.
But yeah, WrestleMania 40.
Yeah.
No. Go ahead.
All right, I was gonna say, like, the only thing I'll give to Ronda Rousey's complaint or statement is if the culture of all that is still going on. Because remember, this wasn't like this was a decade ago. These were over the past few years. So if some of those people are still there, or if that workplace culture is still going around where people are just brushing shit under the rug like this or acting like it doesn't exist, then I can validate her complaint or her concern.
Absolutely.
But if they are trying to turn around, they're going to have like 2 whole ownership changes within the last couple of years.
And hell, if that's what that needs to take for them to make them changes, fuck it, so be it.
Hey, I'm here for it. Yeah.
Fuck it, so be it. Because that's all. Warning. This is going to sound fucked up.
Okay.
Trigger warnings, all of that.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for all of this, we wouldn't be getting the WWE today. We wouldn't be getting the part. Imagine WrestleMania 40 booked under Vince McMahon.
Yeah, no.
Exactly. So
imagine NXT under Vince.
Jesus.
Yeah, well, Vince and Johnny. Ugh.
I mean, we did see Johnny. That's why Ember Moon left.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, Jesus. But on a brighter note, congratulations to WWE for a successful weekend. Under the Triple H era, as Paul Heyman and so wants to call it. Overall, like I said, I give it a solid B+, A-, if we just taking everything as a whole. I enjoyed myself. You know, yesterday we all got a chance to hang out, watch Sunday night in person, talk loud, cuss on TV, all of the above. I want to give a shout out, Damian Priest. You know how like when people bet on sports, on fantasy football or anything, and they give a shout out to the quarterback, wide receiver, running back, Damian Priest. Without you, this will not be in my possession anymore. So thank you, Damian.
You just stayed home there, Damian.
Thank you, Damian Priest, for your contributions to WrestleMania, the ladder match, and you cashing in to be the second person to cash in at Mania. Thank you, because without you, I wouldn't have crossed 100 days as champion.
This guy.
Mr. Deasley, for old time's sake, if you want to go ahead and sign us out.
I appreciate you waiting to put that on your shoulder. I appreciate you waiting this entire.
Yeah. No, I was gonna wait. We've been recording for 2.5 hours. This would have been just this would have been just obnoxious if this would have been here 2.5 hours.
Your shoulder would have got sore, man.
Yes.
I've done it. So, and it always felt good. So, anyway, to all the lovely people, whether you loved it, hate it, don't forget to rate it, thumbs up, thumbs down, leave all your comments, concerns, questions down below. Ladies, if you need to leave your numbers or your ads, go ahead and add Jaeger himself.
Wait. The hard drive is off the market. Ladies.
Hey, look, I said if they wanted to, they could. I didn't say that he was going to.
He is giving you the symbol to know the hard drive is off the market. He is not accepting any more.
Oh, man.
If you would like to, you can still send your application, and he's not going to take them.
Inbox is, suspended. It's going to be gone away now.
So y'all gonna have to wait.
I'm gonna delete the account or forget the password, some other shit.
Oh my gosh! Make sure that you all tag that subscribe button, hit that notification bell.
Just
so that way you get notified on anything that we do drop when we do drop it. And of course, until you see these handsome faces and hear these immaculate voices, we bid you all adieu, a nice farewell and a nice warming up the too sweet to the boys here with a good old bada 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 bam. And until next time, you beautiful, beautiful, beautiful mother effers, tag the fucketh out.
Oh, man, it's gonna be mine.
Dollars make a way to make a change. Gotta be insane to make those same mistakes again. So I'm switching lane to lane.